You're not a magician. No amount of editing is going to help you. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I wanted to take a few minutes and do a detailed response to one of my most commonly asked questions. And this is, what equipment do I use to shoot my content? But before I get into all this, I want to put out 4 disclaimers. One is, you don't need any of this equipment to become a content creator. As long as you have a decent camera, your smartphone, you're going to be good to go, honestly. You might want the equipment, but you don't need it. 2, I'm not a certified videographer or editor or photographer or anything like that. I haven't gone to school to learn those skills. So that being said, this equipment is equipment that I personally researched about. I felt like they were the best options for me in the market at the time that I purchased them. And then thirdly, I've collected this equipment over a number of years. If you're getting onto your journey of content creation and you do want to have some great equipment, you have to be patient and give it time. Some of this equipment has been gifted to me, so bear that in mind, you know, especially like ladies, when people ask you, what should I get you for this, for your birthday, for that, if you're a content creator and you're serious and passionate about it, then you can tell them some of the options of equipment that you actually want, and they can get it for you instead of, like, you know, fancy like bags, shoes, or whatever, like, yeah. And then the 4th disclaimer is, in everything with content creation, I personally feel like the most important thing is your skill as a content creator, and that only can be acquired through the constant practice, consistency, the discipline, which is the hardest bit of it, because you could have all the fancy equipment in the world, but if you don't have patience to actually put in the work and learn the skill, then you're not going to be good at what you're doing, right? Even me, myself, I'm on that journey to teaching myself consistency and discipline. So someone who has those skills, it doesn't even matter so much the equipment that they have, because they're going to be able to use what they have to their advantage. You know how they say a poor workman blames his tools? Yeah, that is kind of like the same mentality. The equipment is not going to be as big of a deal. So the better your skills are, the less fancy equipment you might need. Content creation is a business, right? And so the same way that you might invest in your business is the same way you have to look at investing in your content creation journey. The better your equipment, the better opportunities you might have, because brands like high quality content, good sound, have to like spend money to get money. So the money that I get from content creation, I use it to invest back into my business, which is content creation. So for most of the equipment that I have, I bought it using the money from content creation. When you invest in your business does better. And so that is the mentality, at least, that I have. Enough of the yapping, let me show you the equipment. So this is a brief overview of the different equipment. So for starters, I use the Canon Rebel T7i to shoot most of my content when I'm seated at home. Now this camera comes with a kit lens, however I did buy the 50mm lens, which is more like of a zoom-in lens. One of the reasons as to why I love this camera is because it has a flip-out screen, which is extremely essential, because it enables me to see myself as I'm recording, you know, in case I need to adjust anything. I really like that. Another thing is, this camera did come with a battery pack, so I'm able to load like the extra batteries that the camera has and attach it to the camera and just have a long shoot session instead of stopping, let's say, like every after 20 minutes to change like a battery. So I thought that was very, very essential. So I'm able to carry it around, shoot as much as possible for as long as I need. I also love that it has a string, because I'm able to wear it around my neck when I'm walking up and down, or if I'm going to tour a place. It's very convenient instead of putting it in the bag. Now this is a handheld tripod. It's from a company called Monfrotto. They make very strong equipment, so I like it because it can be attached to the camera, it can be attached to the phone, a phone stand, and then you can use it, let's say, like as a short selfie stick in case you're walking somewhere and you need to record, or you can put it on a table and record yourself. So then next, this is my Sony ZV-1. I also love this camera very much. This is more of my vlogging camera because it's very portable. It's easy to carry everywhere. Now, if you're buying this camera, you have to make sure you buy this short tripod stand, because you're able to use those controls on the stand. And then this camera only comes with 1 battery. One thing for sure is the battery runs out pretty fast, so you do have to get extra batteries. Another thing about this camera is it's not so much of a wide angle lens, and so I bought this MILZ lens that you can be able to get more of a wider angle, and it can also bring can give you a micro view in case you also need that. It does both. So those are some very essential accessories for this camera in case you need need to buy it. Now moving on, this is a flash drive. This is very important. I actually bought this in Dubai. Very portable, very small. I love it so much. And I also got this, which is a 2 terabyte flash drive. I like it because you can still carry it everywhere. It's quite portable also. Now the other one, you can be able to transfer videos and pictures directly to the other flash drive, or you can actually connect that flash drive, the small one, and just shoot and the content will go all there. This is another SanDisk memory card, which I put into my different cameras when I'm shooting, and I'm able to get as much content as possible. So this one is 512 GB. Very essential to have one that is big enough so that you just keep shooting and shooting. Like the last thing you want is to be out somewhere shooting and then you're out of space. Now the white thing is an accessory for this memory card, either this one or the smaller one, and then I can connect it to my iPad, and as you can see, you can be able to directly transfer footage from the memory card straight into your iPad or into your phone. I also have this other accessory for the bigger kind of flash, and it also connects to like an iPad, or it also connects actually to my laptop, the MacBook Pro. So I find it very convenient. I just put them all in there. Now one thing that is extremely important when you have an iPad is the iPencil. It's quite convenient. Now this particular one, I love the Pencil Pro because it charges while it's attached to the iPad, and it's simple. It's not like the other one where you have to connect like a cable and then charge it independently, and then you never know when the battery is going to run out. Anyway, moving on, these are the microphones that I use to shoot content. Now this microphone, this is the DJI mini microphone. It's quite small in size, which I really, really love. It's so convenient and it's easy to carry everywhere. It has so many hours of battery time. Additionally, it comes like with muffs. It comes with 2 microphones, so in case you're going to have like a sit down with somebody and you need to record, look at how small it is. Like it literally fits at the palm of my hand. It comes like with magnets, and the magnets are really thick, so you can be able to attach it like to a thick material like a sweater, a jacket, and you're good to go. And yeah, so this is my MacBook Pro that I use to edit some of my content. And as you can see, those different accessories I talked about can be attached easily to the MacBook, and you can transfer the footage directly. Yeah, but if you don't have these, you can also transfer using Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, but it takes much longer. Now moving on, this is an accessory that I easily use to record like unboxing videos because it gives you a very close-up, right? You wear this around your neck, and then you attach like the MagSafe, like in this video that I'm illustrating. You're able to show like something up close, like your nails, an unboxing. So moving on, these are my Ray-Ban Meta sunglasses. Now these, I've had them actually for a couple of years, and I highly, highly recommend them. So now these are able to record content while you're on the go, like there's some places that don't allow like cameras, or let's say there's some places where you get tired of always holding a camera. So if you have like a pair of these Meta sunglasses, they are totally dope. Like you wear them, and of course, they're dual purpose because mine are polarized. You can also listen to music using these sunglasses. You can take calls and speak on the phone, and it does so many nice things. There can be like a light on the side that shows that it's recording. And of course, you have to make sure you're in a place where people are comfortable being recorded. So moving on, these are the lights that I use, newer lights. Although to be honest, I use a lot of natural light, so I hardly find myself needing artificial light to supplement when I'm recording content. But in case I do need them, I like these because they can work without a cable. They have inbuilt batteries, so you can charge it until 100%, and they can go for as long as possible. Now these can get really, really, really bright, as you can see. I was just trying to show you guys, and yet it was broad daylight, but you can see the difference. Moving on, this is the tripod stand that I use. Now all these items, I'm going to link them in the description box below. So this is from Amazon, and you can make it as long as possible. And now this is a gimbal that I like because a gimbal is able to give you that stable kind of footage. Like if you're walking somewhere and you're recording, it gives you some stable stuff and it's not so shaky. So I also highly recommend this, and it's very compatible with different phones. And when you see people getting like those nice shots like in the car while they're driving, and use this to record like in case you're cooking, you can put it like above the stove and you're able to get good footage. You can also put it on anything glass, as you can see. Now moving on, this one is also like a suction cup, and I use this one, let's say when I need like certain angles that the other small one cannot quite get. I can attach this one, let's say, to any glass item. Now, in anything you're doing, you have to make sure you have a microfiber for cleaning your lens, because it's such a game changer. Then moving on, this is like the LXR light, or it's a light that can be attached to like your phone while you're recording if you're in a place that doesn't have so much light, like when you see people having these really nice videos and pictures at night. So that's all the equipment that I have and that I use to shoot my content, depending of course on the circumstances. Because I like to tour, there are some places where they're not going to accept any cameras in, and so sometimes you have to do some research ahead of time and find out, oh, does this establishment accept cameras? And if they don't, sometimes they might ask you to leave your camera like at the entrance, and then you'll have to use your phone. Or some places they're comfortable with cameras, and maybe there's a lot of walking, so if you're going to walk a long distance or the place is so busy, you might not want to take your biggest camera. You might take something that is smaller and more portable. I also use my phone quite often. I have a 16 Pro Max because sometimes you see something interesting, so it's easy to just pull out your phone and shoot content. However, when shooting content with your phone, the biggest tip is make sure that your lens is clean. Like if your lens is dirty, no amount of editing is going to help you. Like you're not a magician. No amount of editing is going to help you if the video has been shot in a dirty lens, because like most times our phones, you have like fingerprints, because you touch it and everything. So before you shoot content, let's say like a video, even a picture, make sure your camera is clean. A clean camera, that's the biggest hack, by the way. I shoot in 4K 60 frames per second. It's important to note that 4K videos are quite heavy and they take a lot of space, and that's one of the biggest issues that I have, right? That's why you see I have a lot of storage. I have the hard drive I showed you guys, I have like the flash drive, my phone is 512 GB, even the memory card that I used to shoot my videos, this one that I'm shooting on right now, is also 512 GB. So that's the thing, like good quality videos, 4K videos are quite heavy, and so you should know that it's going to take quite some bit of the space that you might have. So it's important to invest in a good storage, or maybe sometimes you can delete and shoot, let's say like a 20-minute video, and out of the 20-minute video you only need like 7 minutes of it. You cannot know what to delete until you've sat down, edited, and that's when you can delete the parts that you don't like. Those are just a few tips to keep at the back of your mind. That being said, thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm super excited because we are up 50 subscribers. Last time I recorded a video about questions you guys asked on Instagram, I had 100 subscribers, and in this video we are up by 50, so I have 150 subscribers. I know it's small because people have like millions, but I don't care. Like, I'm super excited about it. Thank you guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Turn on the notifications, and yes, you can follow me to this road to monetization of my YouTube channel. I'll keep updating you guys on the lessons I learn along the way as a content creator. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to DM me. My DMs are open. I'll put my handle somewhere here. So yeah, please feel free to reach out to me on those different networks. Let's connect, and yeah, bye.